cover our bases. Okay, welcome everybody. This is our Thera yoga class for a cool, wintry, almost wintry morning. So find your seated mountain pose. Make sure that you have that wedge shape so you can have your hips slightly above your knees. Go ahead and separate the feet out so that the heels are underneath the knees and those toes are just slightly out as well as the knees. Sit up tall. Take some nice deep breaths. As you breathe in, feel the expansion in all directions. As you breathe out, relax a little bit. When you breathe in, your spine will lengthen a little bit. Your cells will fill with prana, that life force energy. And when you breathe out, you get to be a little bit more relaxed, but maintain the tone in your abdomen. One more nice deep inhale, feeling the length and how that inhale affects your body. And as you exhale, soften, let those shoulders sink away from the ears. Good. So today I'd like to start off with just a little bit of opposite limb awareness. So start with your feet resting on the floor, your hands resting above your knees, your shoulders relaxed, your elbows relaxed, everything relaxed, but keeping that nice long spine and that inner corset is working. So with an inhale, take your right hand and just open it up towards the ceiling. Just turn it to open up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring it back to resting on your thigh or above your knee. Now let's do the left hand. Inhale, just turn it and open up towards the ceiling. Stretch those fingers out. And exhale, soften back to where you started. Do again, right hand, stretch, open. Sorry, I have to do a little thing here. And exhale, relax it. Inhale, left hand, stretch those fingers, open them up. And exhale, soften, relax back. One more time on each side. Right hand, inhale, stretch all those fingers out, open the hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, soften it back, turning it there. Left hand, inhale, open up, stretch those fingers. And exhale, soften back. Now notice how you feel. Just close your eyes for a moment. Put your awareness into your hands and wrists. And notice if they feel a little more awake than they did before. Now let's include the opposite limb. So creep your toes out a little bit. Creep them out. So maybe now the heels are just a little bit in front of the knees. In that way, you can lift them easily. So try and lift them up. Notice how that feels. And then settle them down and feel the groundedness through the feet, even as you've lifted them in front of you a little bit more. Now let's do opposite limb, lift, stretch. So as you inhale, right hand opens and the left toes lift up off the floor. And as you exhale, soften everything back to where it started. Now open up the left hand as you inhale and the right foot lifts. Spread and wiggle those toes perhaps. And exhale, soften back. Let's do that again on each side. Inhale, right hand, left foot. The limbs are coordinated together. Exhale, soften back to where you started. Inhale, left hand, right foot. And exhale, soften back to where you started. So my intention here is for us to grow new nerve pathways. Let's do it one more time on each side. Inhale, Right hand opens up, stretching fingers, left foot lifts, wiggle toes, and exhale, soften back to where you started. Inhale, left hand, right foot. How does that feel? And exhale, soften back. Good. Now just relax a moment. Notice how you feel. Let those arms relax alongside your body. And tap those feet. Keep breathing. Maintain your nice long spine. You're like you're reaching through the crown of your head. Your whole body might be wiggling a little bit as you tap your feet. We're going to tap for a few more seconds. Tap, tap, tap. Does it feel different when your feet are a little farther away from your leg, farther away from your body? It does to me. It feels a little bit easier. Let's keep tapping a few more seconds and relax. Notice how you feel. One at a time, stretch a leg back. So rest the tops of the foot and the toes on the floor and let that front of the leg stretch for a few seconds. And then switch sides. Keep breathing. Maintain that nice long spine, tall sitting. And bring the foot back. Notice how you feel. Let's do that again. Tap, tap, tap. So let your feet be out far enough so it's kind of comfortable to tap. Tapping for about 30 seconds. Can you begin to feel that little tap throughout your whole body? Keep breathing. It reverberates through your whole body. And on the second round, you feel it more, don't you? Keep breathing. And there's about 30 seconds. Relax. Relax completely. And then stretch one leg at a time. The front of the leg stretches. Breathe. And then the other leg. Keep breathing. Good. And then the foot comes in front again. Let's do a little figure four. We're starting from the bottom up today. So take your left leg, bend the knee, lift the foot to rest the ankle above the right knee. Sit up tall and give those fine feet some friendly action. Okay, so give your feet a little massage, one at a time. We're working on the left foot here. Keep breathing. Each toe can get a little wiggle and squeeze. You can rotate that ankle. Go one way, go the other way. Good. And up the knee, up to the knee. Any amount, give that knee a little love. Even up to the thigh, if that feels good, up the thigh to the hip. Good. Now sitting up tall, find that nice long spine. And if it feels good for you to stretch the leg out, either with a strap or without a strap, let's stretch the leg out. Keep breathing. I'm finding that I want to lean back a little bit as I stretch my leg up. Do what feels good for you. Maybe some more motion than usual. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, that foot comes down. Readjust yourself to sit up nice and tall. And then the right foot up. Resting that ankle above the left knee. Work on your foot. Keep breathing. Give yourself a little ankle rotation. Go one way and the other way. And then bring those hands to wherever feels best for you in this moment. And again, as you're ready, if you want to stretch that leg out, either with a strap or with your hand, stretch. And as you're ready, bring that foot down onto the floor again, adjust yourself. Get those sits bones nice and squared up to the surface. And now let's do some moving mountain. So bring those feet out so your knees are comfortable, your feet are grounded on the floor. Feel the groundedness through the bottoms of your feet. And with your inhale, let's stretch those arms up overhead. And stay here as you exhale, soften a little bit. And then do a little opposite limb stretch. So pick apples. Keep breathing. You can do that little twist of the wrist. Imagine that you're lifting that apple right off the spur. Keep breathing. Stretch up, reach up. Feel how you feel as you stretch, alternating arms up overhead. Good. Now come to center. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, release back down. Now remember the last time we did this one with a more receptive feeling. So instead of having your hands here and doing it like that, open up and let your arms rest here. So you have this receptive kind of feeling in your arms, and your shoulders are more able to relax a little bit, as well as your elbows. So just sit here, your feet are separated a little bit, your hands are opened up to the ceiling. Breathe. Notice how you feel. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, gather some of that good energy in to the left shoulder and turn, and you can drop that left arm down. So your whole body kind of turns a little bit for this one. And then as you inhale, open up to that receptive place again. Exhale, the right arm is going to relax down, floating that left arm up to the right shoulder and turning the whole body slightly from the waist up to look towards the right. Inhale, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Open up again. Let's do 2 more on each side. Exhale. The right hand comes over to the left shoulder. The whole body from the waist up turns gently to look towards the left. As you inhale, open up. Exhale, left hand comes over to the right shoulder, turning the whole body gently over towards the right. Right arm relaxes down. Inhale, back to center. Let's do 1 more time on each side. Exhale, right hand to left shoulder, turning to look. The whole body turns gently. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, left hand, right arm relaxes down. Left hand comes to the right shoulder, turning. The whole body turns gently towards the right. Inhale, open up again. Now stay here. Notice how you feel. Breathe in and out. Good. Let's let those arms hang again. We're going to lift the arms up again as you inhale, stretching up, reaching up. Feel that stretch. Here, as you exhale, float the right arm down and turn your head, just your head this time, to look towards the right. As you inhale, the arm floats up and the head floats forward. Exhale, left arm floats down, turning the face towards the left. Relax that left arm down. Inhale, the arm floats up and the head comes forward. Feel that stretch. Exhale, right arm floats down, turning to look towards the right. Inhale, floating the arm up, turning the head forward. Feel that stretch. Exhale, left arm floats down, turning to look towards the left. Inhale, floating the arm up, bringing the head forward. Feel that stretch. One more time on each side. Exhale, right arm floats down, turning to look towards the right. Inhale, float the arm up and face forward again. Exhale, left arm floats down, turning to look towards the left. Inhaling, floating the arm up, coming to center. And exhale, release both arms down. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. One at a time, bring a shoulder forward, up, around, back, and down. Ah, doesn't that feel good? Loosen up those shoulders. Keep breathing. Roll your shoulders one at a time. Good. Shake it out. Now let's pick up the weights. We'll do some bicep curls and probably some tricep extensions. Starting with the weights resting above your knees. Make sure those feet are far enough out. You're comfortable coming up into a calf lift. So up on your toes, heels come down, lift the toes. You know the routine. Keep breathing. And do this anywhere from 10 to 20 times. Good. And then settling those feet down, feel your groundedness and let the arms relax alongside the body. For a moment, put your awareness into those shoulders and squeeze them towards each other. So draw them away from the ears and then gently, the elbows may guide your shoulders back a little bit. Squeeze that midline. Breathe. Squeeze. And release. How does that feel? Now let's do our bicep curls in 3 increments. Small. First angle is just a tiny little pump. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment, a little bit more of an angle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that third increment, more of a right angle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tiny little pumps in each station. Now let those arms hang down. Keep breathing. Let's bring them up above and behind the head for our tricep extension. So above and then bend the elbows. Bring the weights behind your head. Let's do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3. Feel your inner corset continue to work. 4. And 5. Good. And lower down, however it feels most comfortable for you. Letting those weights draw your arms long and your shoulders away from the ears. Now let's do another set of bicep curls. Tiny little pumps in 3 different increments. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sitting up nice and tall. Second increment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Let's bring those weights out to the side, any amount. So vary how you're holding and notice what feels best for you in any given moment. Let's go ahead and bring the weights out to the side. Maybe you'll open those palms up towards the ceiling, a little bit different, and then down. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale out. Exhale, release down. Maybe changing how you're holding those weights, changing the angle of your wrist each time. Keep the elbows a little bit soft. 3, 4, 1 more for 5. Good. So I notice I definitely feel better with the palms facing more forward than if the backs of my hands are facing forward. That it feels much better to lift those weights out like this than this. Just notice, give yourself a shoulder roll with the weights, any amount, and then let those weights draw the arms long. 1 more set of bicep curls, 3 increments, tiny little pumps, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, second increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, third increment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Let's do 1 more set of tricep extensions. So bring those weights up, above and behind your head, and we'll do 5 of these. So this is another one you can vary a little bit. Maybe sometimes holding the weights together, 2, 3, and other times holding them apart. So vary it a little bit. Minute variances can help your muscles to grow in more complete ways. Good. And then roll or bring the weights down in a comfortable way. Keep breathing. Let's come on up to standing now. As you're ready, come up to standing. Let's do a little bit of our ski dips. So think of opening up those shoulders a little bit. Maybe try holding your weights a little different even in a ski dip, just for fun, for variety, right? It's good to vary your movements. So I'm going to try opening up my palms a little bit, see if it works, okay? So here we go, any amount. Keep breathing, maintaining your inner corset, your nice long spine. And you can let those elbows relax. Bring a bigger movement to your arms and your body slows down a little bit, or bend the elbows. And you got a slightly quicker motion going on. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead and relax those elbows, slow it down a little bit. Keep breathing. And return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Give yourself a shoulder roll, opening up, externally rotating those arms a little bit. And now let's do an opposite limb stretch, point, lift, kick, or lunge, right? You choose what feels best for you. Opposite limbs moving forward at the same time. Here we go. Keep breathing. Do whatever movement feels good at your own pace. Keep breathing. Okay, slow it down. Return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Breathe. Let's do another set of ski dips. As you're ready, begin to move. Okay, slow it down. Return to mountain as you're ready. Notice how you feel. Breathing in and out, deeply and gently. Find your groundedness. Your feet are nice and active. Let's do one more set of opposite limbs. You choose what you want to do with those limbs. Keep breathing. Here we go. Okay, that's about 40, 20 on each side for me. I don't know how many for you, but we can go back to the mountain, shake it out a little bit. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. And settle into your mountain. Notice how you feel. Inhale and exhale. How do you feel? A little bit tingly? I do. I get tingles when I exercise. I love it. That's one of the reasons I love exercising. Let's put those weights down and out of the way. And position your chair so you can use it for support for a lunge. We'll do our lunges and this lift, okay? So let's start with the right foot forward, foot back. You're going to be facing that chair, your hips facing nice and evenly. So you have to have the heels separated enough so that motion, that facing forward with the hips is easy. And take your left hand or left arm, rest it on that surface, and feel the length in your spine, the strength in your gluteals in this lunge form. So breathe, keep your spine nice and long. The inner corset is working this whole time. We're going to do 8 of these with the arm coming back, elbow bending strongly. 2. So you're kind of sliding your arm straight back. 3, 4, 5, 6, stay nice and long in the spine. 7, 8. Good. Relax the arm down. Notice how you feel. Adjust. Make sure your spine is nice and long. Now we're going to do the straight arm, but lead with the elbow. So the elbow is bent very slightly. Here we go. 1. So the straight arm comes back as far as is comfortable. 2, 3. We'll do 6 of these. 4, 5, 6. Good. Relax the arm down, lift yourself up, step forward. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Compare the right side to the left. Do you feel a little action here along your rib cage? Just a little bit. That was worked when we did that. Now let's step forward with the right and back with the left. Find that separation of the heels so the hips are easily pointing forward. Rest your right arm on that surface. Stay nice and long in the spine. Keep breathing. Let's do 8 pullbacks with the elbow bent strongly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax the arm down, adjust yourself so you stay nice and long in that spine. And now we're going to lead with the elbow, a more straight arm back 6 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now set that weight on the chair. Step forward. Notice how you feel. And then step back. We're going to do a little forward folding here. So fold at the hinge. Hinge at the hips, reaching back with those hips a little bit. Reach forward to your surface. Let your knees be soft and lower down any amount. Come into a right angle here as best you can. Keep breathing. Adjust your legs so you can get a nice stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch. And then you can bring yourself up. Roll those shoulders. Now, remember how we used to lift one leg at a time in that pose? I need to move my chair forward a little bit more so my leg doesn't hit the wall in the back. So again, come into that right angle, hinging at the hips, folding forward, reaching for the surface. This is a little low for me, so I'm going to go with my ledge here. Keep breathing. Let those knees be soft, a little bit bendy. Shift to the right. Find that groundedness in your right foot and bring the left foot up and back. Stay here for 3 breaths if you can. Nice breath. Feel that length and strength of your body. And then bring that foot down. Notice how you feel. Shift to the left. Bring the right foot up. Keep breathing. Three breaths. Then bring that foot down again. Release and lift yourself upright. Shake it out a little bit. Let's do one more set of the lunge with the arm bent first and then straight. So bring left foot forward, right foot back. Rest that left arm on the surface. Find your long spine. Heels separated. Bent elbow 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you feel it there on the side of your body? Just notice how it really does work on these muscles here. Now, relaxing that arm down, we're going to move with the straighter arm, but leading with the elbow. Here we go, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Lift yourself up, step forward, switch sides, right foot forward, left foot back. Rest that the right arm on that surface. And we'll start with our bent elbow 8 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax the arm down, adjust your spine, make sure it's nice and long. Now leading with the elbow, straight arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Step forward, set the weight down, shake it out, do a little rebounding. Keep breathing. Maybe a little one arm stretching. Let it shake out. Okay, I'd like to do one more set of our right angle, lifting one leg at a time. So finding whatever level surface, finding that right angle, hinging at the hips, reaching back through those hips. Feel the length in your spine, let the knees be soft. Shifting to one side, bring one leg up. Keep breathing. See if you can hold for 3 breaths. And as you finish those breaths, bring that foot down, shift over to that side. Bring this foot up, keep breathing. 3 breaths here. Good. And gently lift yourself up. Shake it out a little bit. Keep breathing. Okay. Now we're going to practice a little bit of our warrior 2. Smoothly in and out of warrior 2. So come to the side of your mat or just into a wide stance. Nice wide-ish stance. Notice how you feel. Get that inner corset working, shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Let's start by moving to the left. So take that left foot, turn it out towards the left. Now the right toes have to work around a little bit towards the left as well. This is our starting place. We're just relaxed here, arms relaxed, knees soft, yet more or less straight, right? To come into warrior 2, simply bend that left knee, bring the arms parallel with the floor and turn your face towards the left. And then as you exhale, smoothly move back to our starting place. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, knee bends, arm lifts, head turns, and exhale. Soften back to where you started. So see if you can find that nice smooth movement. Inhale, into the pose, and exhale, smoothly out of the pose. Now this time we'll stay in the pose. Inhale, into warrior 2. This time as you exhale, just see if you can feel a little softness in your shoulders and your elbows. Maybe they'll bend. Maybe your knee will bend a little bit more as you soften. Now as you inhale, feel the length and strength, like you're reaching through the fingertips, through the crown of the head, pressing into those feet, drawing the inner thighs isometrically towards each other, floating the rib cage above the hips. And as you exhale, you can soften any amount of all that. Inhale, feel that length and strength, reaching through the crown of your head, your fingertips, floating the rib cage above the hips, drawing the inner thighs isometrically towards each other. Exhale, soften. 1 more breath here. Inhale, feel the length and strength in the pose. You're pressing into those feet. And as you exhale this time, just relax the arms down and keep that left knee bent. And lean gently over towards the left. So as you're leaning over to the left, see if you can open up a little bit towards the side. That might stretch the inner thigh on the left side a little bit. So opening up here, even perhaps turning to look a little bit up towards the ceiling. How does that feel? Roll that right shoulder a little bit here in this pose. Good. So my intention for you is to get that alignment happening here, even as you're leaning over to the side. Do you feel like maybe your head is above your knee or your thighs? That's good. That's where you want to be. Let's bring that right arm around the waist in the back and open up a little bit more towards the ceiling if that feels good for you. And as always, if any of this doesn't feel right for your body, don't do it. Do something else. Keep breathing. Now bringing that face forward. So you're looking towards the camera, hopefully, and then the arm up and over the ear for our wide angle bend. So feel the stretch from that right heel out the fingertips, creating a long line. So think about reaching more up towards the corner of the ceiling rather than towards the wall, right? More up, perhaps, than over. So up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep breathing. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften a little. Feel the stretch as you inhale. Exhale, soften. And let's bring that arm back and around the waist one more time. How does that feel? Keep breathing. Come on up, pressing up. Bring the toes all forward now. Notice how you feel. Compare the two sides for a breath or two. How does your right side feel compared to the left? Now let's turn towards the right. Right toes move out. Sides of the foot pretty much parallel with the edge of the mat. And then those left toes have to work towards the right as well. Inhale, knee bends, arm lifts, head turns, warrior two. Exhale, smoothly moving back to our starting place. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, into warrior two. Exhale, soften back. Inhale. And exhale, smoothly moving in and out of the pose. This time we'll stay in the pose. Inhale, into warrior two, knee bends, arm lifts, head turns. Exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, feel like you're pressing into your feet. You're drawing your inner thighs isometrically towards each other. You're reaching through the crown of the head and the fingertips, floating the rib cage above the hips. Exhale, soften any amount of all that. Inhale, feel the length and strength. Exhale, soften. One more breath. Inhale, feel the length and strength in this pose. And as you exhale, keep the knee bent and gently release the arms down. Lean over toward the side, opening up that left shoulder. Keep breathing. You can wrap the left arm around the waist, maybe even looking up towards the ceiling. Any amount. Keep breathing. As you're ready, releasing that arm from the back, lifting it up and over the ear. Feel like you're stretching up towards the corner of the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften a little bit. Stretch as you inhale and soften as you exhale. One more breath. Inhale, stretch. And as you exhale, let's bring that arm around the waist again. Staying open, turning, maybe turn the face towards the ceiling, any amount. Breathe. Let's come on up. Straighten the knee, bring the toes all forward. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead and heel toe the feet back to mountain. I need a sip of water. So let's do a fierce pose here. I'm going to come to the side. I hope you can see me pretty well from the side. So nice, a comfortable stance. That might be hip width apart, feet, the toes pointing out slightly, and the knees are going to bend in the direction of the toes. As you inhale, stretch up, reach up. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, fold into fierce pose. Stay here for 3 breaths. Feel that leg strength as you inhale. As you exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, feel like you're reaching through the crown of your head and your fingertips. Exhale, soften a little bit. 1 more breath. Inhale, lengthen, strengthen. Exhale, soften. Now with your next inhale, stretch those arms up overhead as you lift yourself up. And exhale, release those arms back down alongside your body. Good. Roll those shoulders. Opening up the shoulder area. Those externally rotating those upper arms any amount. Okay, let's do a tree pose. And then we'll be getting on the floor. So find your mountain. Toes out slightly. Feel that groundedness. Notice how you feel. Bring your spine nice and long. With an inhale, shift your weight to the right. Exhale, ground. Keep the knee soft. As you bring the left knee up, turning it out, and bring that foot wherever you want to keep it for your tree pose today. So your foot is on the inner part of the leg or maybe resting on top of the other foot. Keep breathing and play with your arms. Do something that feels good for you with your arms. So you can teach your body how to stand on one foot even as you're moving your arms in different ways. Keep breathing. You can stay well balanced. Moving your arms. Just play with those arms. Maybe you like to just fly a little bit here. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Let's do the other side similarly. With an inhale, shift. Exhale, ground, lower down a little bit, making sure that knee stays soft. And as you're ready, the right knee lifts, turns out. Find that place where you want to rest your foot today. It's not really resting, is it? It's pretty active, gently pressing into the standing leg. And play with the arms. Keep breathing. Good. You can fly a little bit. And as you're ready, return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Okay, now let's come on to the floor on our backs. We'll do a little bit of our Apanasana, maybe happy baby. Let's see where we go from here. So make sure you have some support. We'll probably do our Viparita Karani. So that blanket or bolster for under your hips. So come on down onto the floor. Let's start with a pencil stretch here. So bring your toes together. Find that long spine, long neck. And as you're ready for a pencil stretch, bring your arms up overhead, point those fingers, point the toes as you inhale. Feel the stretch from the core out both directions. As you exhale, soften, let the limbs flop out. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften and flop. One more breath like that. Inhale, point, stretch. And exhale, soften and flop. Now bring your arms alongside your body and bend those knees. Bring the feet flat to the floor, about hip width apart. Snuggle around, get comfortable, let those shoulders relax out. I notice I feel best when my arms are open up, my hand up towards the ceiling. Notice that. Hopefully that feels good for you too. Keep breathing. Let's walk those feet as far apart as the mat is wide and do a little windshield wiper here. So knees are going one way and the head goes the other way. At your own pace, keep breathing and do some of these windshield wipers. Good. As you're ready now, walk those feet to be hip width apart, snuggle around, get nice and long in the spine. And let's do a little bit of our Apanasana. So with an inhale, pick the feet up off the floor. As you exhale, gently draw the knees towards the chest or the shoulders. You can do that a couple times. Inhaling, the knees come above the hips. Exhale, draw them towards your body. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale, and then move into a happy baby. So maybe you'll pick your feet up and do some fun things with your body. Just move in ways that feel good for you. Easy, slow movement, any amount. Do something that feels good. And you can just play as if you're a happy baby, right? You can grab your toes and play on them, play with them, or just do something that feels good here. Keep breathing. You can let your knees bend towards the shoulders. Hold your feet. Do something that feels good for you. Keep breathing. Play with some exploratory movements, as if you were a baby, just moving in ways that feel good for you. And now, as you're ready, let's stretch those legs up briefly towards the ceiling. Stretch, and then bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the floor. Let's do a few half bridges here. So snuggle those arms alongside the body. And with an inhale, as you're ready, press into those feet, float the arms up overhead as you lift the hips up. And as you exhale, float everything back down onto the floor. Inhaling, floating the hips up, floating the arms up. And exhale, float everything back down to the floor. This third time, we'll stay in the pose. Inhale, floating the arms up, floating the hips up. How does this feel? As you exhale, just soften and release and relax the gluteals. And notice how far you come back down. Let the elbows kind of bend out to the side, but stay in the pose. And then as you inhale, squeeze those gluteals towards each other. Reach the arms up overhead. Feel the stretch. Exhale, soften. Relax the gluteals. Relax the elbows out to the side. You'll dip down almost or maybe all the way to the floor. And then inhale, stretch. Squeeze those gluteals. Stretch the arms up overhead. One more time, exhale, soften, but keeping the arms up overhead. Relax the gluteals. And then inhale, squeeze those gluteals, stretching the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, this time, float everything back down to the ceiling, the floor. Rest here. And it's now time to come to Shavasana. So if you want to put your feet up a chair or up the wall for the Viparita Karate, that's probably where we're going to be. I hope that you enjoy that Viparita Karate. I'm going to go ahead and set myself up and show you how to set yourself with a chair and a little extra support on that chair. Coming to the side of the chair, I'm going to lift my feet up and rest those knees on the chair seat. You can do this or you can lay flat on the floor. Do what feels best for you. You can even sit and meditate for 5 minutes. I'll be quiet now for 5 minutes while we all just relax together. As you're ready now, begin to breathe more deeply. You can wiggle and stretch your fingers, your toes, rotate your ankles and wrists, bend your knees. As you're ready, roll over onto your side and use your arms to help yourself up, coming into a nice seated posture.